welcome to Ion Radio. I'm Ken.
I'm John.
And welcome back to This is Madness 2023. John, I'm excited.
Same here. We have 16 lists that we've gathered from our Patreon members, Discord, and YouTube subscribers.
So in today's battle, we've got, well, this is match 1, so we've got our 1st and 16th place fleets. So I'm flying the 16th place fleet. That is a Romodi list by Dublock. He's one of our patrons.
And I'm going to be flying the number 1 seeded list, which is a Bail Organa list of all lists, brought to us by Andrew B. from Discord.
We want to do a quick shout out here to all of our patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and being part of Ion Radio.
Okay, so let's check out these fleets and get to the madness. This list comes from Andrew B. It is a Bail Organa list. Bail Organa is sitting on a Venator 1 class Star Destroyer with Intel Officer, Ordnance Experts, Intensify Firepower, Flak Guns, and the Tranquility title. There are 2 Pelta Transport Frigates. They are both identical. They have Clone Navigational Officer, Projection Experts, Parts Resupply, and Reactive Gunnery. For squadrons, there are 2, Anakin Skywalker in his Y-Wing and Kickback.
Coming in at 290 points is a General Romodi fleet designed by Dublock. General Romodi is on an Imperial 2 Star Destroyer with Intel Officer, Gunnery Team, Flak Guns, Electronic Countermeasures, Point Defense Ion Cannons, and XI-7 Turbo Lasers. The second ship is an Interdictor Suppression refit with Minister Tua, Projection Experts, Flak Guns, Grav Shift Reroute, G7X Gravwell Projector, Point Defense Ion Cannons, the Interdictor title, and Reactive Gunnery.
Ken won the bid and chose to make me first player, so I had to choose between Surprise Attack, Asteroid Tactics, and Minefields. I chose to go with Surprise Attack.
Thank you for watching Ion Radio. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Come join us on our Discord, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links are in the video description. If you want to show support for the channel, check out our merch store. You can find a variety of shirts and other items. For great-looking acrylic tokens and accessories, head over to Admiral Tater's Ship Shop. You can find the Ion Radio rulers that we use in our battle reps exclusively here.
Okay, so this is our deployment. I'm going to have Ken talk about his tokens on the board first.
So we have the Grav Shift Reroute token sitting here. I was able to move the station, this debris field, and this asteroid. I kind of moved them out of the way, giving me a clear path to attacking the Venator. We also have the Gravwell Projector, which I put back in John's deployment zone. He managed to keep everything just out of range 3, but it did split his forces up a little bit.
Okay, so I had to put my flagship down here. It is Bale, so it took 3 engineering and 2 navigates. It's going speed 2. This is Pelta number 1. It is going speed 2. And this is Pelta number 2, going speed 1, just to make things confusing. Anakin and Kickback are out in front.
So over here we've got Romodi on the ISD. We have Tua on the interdictor. Both are moving at speed 2. And we're going to see how well we blow things up. Round 1. Raid for surprise attack is nav on all of your ships.
We're going to start with number 1 over here. We're revealing a concentrate fire, and we're going to take it as a token and use clone navigational officers to throw it to the flagship. So the flagship now has a confire, and this ship has a confire. I have no shots. We are going speed 2, so we're going to do a little bit of a juke around that asteroid, landing us on the station that suddenly appeared in front of us.
Interdictor will be my first move. We are going to show a nav, and I am going to take that as a token. Currently moving at speed 2. We are going to continue to move at speed 2. Little jink to the side. Also known as a sidestep for Hex War gamers.
We're going to go with the other Pelta. The other Pelta is revealing a Navigate. With the Navigate, we're going to be taking it as a token. And then we're going to be using parts resupply to pass an engineering to the Venator. Sadly, I'm just out of range of this other one. And to ourselves. We are going speed 1, and we're going to go forward 1.
I have to move with the ISD. ISD shows a nav. We're going to take that as a token. Speed 2. Because I am horrified of landing on things. Jink here with Star Destroyer. Back to you, John.
Do you actually think I get to roll dice this turn?
You might, and actually, did I read that wrong? I did.
You are double art. At... I think it's long range out of both. So... let's go ahead and reveal. Revealing a Navigate. We will take it as a token. And then we'll make those shots. So we're going to start with my side first. Side is 1 red dice. This is where Intensify at the beginning would be helpful. For a blank. Cool. And then we're going to go out the front. 3 red dice. And what we're going to say is I'm going to Intel Officer your brace. Take 2.
Take 2. I'm going to spend one of my redirects here. We're going to shift that to the port side. So 1, 2.
And sadly, I have to move. And we're going to do this.
Think we go into squadrons?
Squadrons, I do not believe, are in range.
No.
Nope. So they're going to move, so then they hopefully are in range. So we're going to move to about here. Like so. That will do it for turn 1.
On to turn 2. Turn 2, we have our surprise attack dial. We're showing an engineering, giving all of John's ships an engineering raid.
Then I have to decide on what I'm doing first. And I think it's going to be... We're going to go with Bale just because. Before I do that, turn start, we're going to spend this out and we're going to activate Intensify Firepower.
Okay.
That's why it's there. Okay. Do I do any Bale things? No. We're going to be revealing a squadron. What? We have 2 squadrons we're going to activate, so we're going to activate those 2 squadrons first, and then we're going to get into some shooting. And... do we do Bale? We spend that off to get rid of the nav raid, and we'll take a Bale dial set to a navigate. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with Kickback. Kickback's going to attack the front of the ISD with a black dice. Blank! And then we're going to attack with Anakin. And he's going to be a blue and a red. He is Bomber and a Depth 2.
Ooh.
I leave it.
3. So let's PDIC the double.
2 hits.
Why can't it be 1? Right. Redirect, I'm going to split it. So we'll push 1 to the side, which will drop the shield, and 1 on the front.
Okay, and both of them are pretty happy with where they are, so we're going to just move them out of close range to about here. So then you can land on them later on. Like so. And then we're going to do our attacks. We're going to start with our side attack, which is just out of close range. So that's going to be a red and a blue into your front, Ken. We're going to use our Intensify to take 2 to your front.
Going to actually take those 2. 1, 2.
And then my front, which is at close range, so 3 reds and 3 blacks into your front. Cool, we're going to move it and count and figure out. We're going to Intel Officer, your brace.
Okay.
And then we're going to target that redirect. We're going to re-roll both of these with Ordnance Experts. See if we can't get lucky. Nope, we get less damage, and then we're going to change that to a hit for 4 total damage, Ken.
So I actually want to point defense ion cannon the red hit.
4.
Well, I think it was worth it trying. Intel the brace, right?
That is correct.
I'm going to spend the exhausted redirect. So that will take all my shields off the side and the front.
Okay, those are my 2 attacks. Now I can figure out what I would like to do maneuver-wise. I have a dial. I think I ran you. I
think you might.
And then fall back at that really weird position.
I think you're right.
So we're gonna do this with the dial staying speed 2. I do ram you, and then I fall back to here. Okay, we both take a ram damage.
That'll do it.
And then it's to you. Did I do this properly? Perfect.
Within range 5 for this. Okay. Just out, huh?
Just out. That's why I did it.
I
couldn't do that again.
I was thinking, John, that's exactly what you had in mind. I'm looking at those angles saying, I know what he's doing.
I'm like, I know I can do this. I have to figure out how.
So what I'm going to do is activate the interdictor with the nav. That is going to come in as a dial. And I think... I mean, really, all I can do here is kind of attack you, because I've got nothing else I can do just yet. So I only have the one shot, though.
Yep.
And I believe...
It's better than getting myself into a double-doubler.
See, that's... You know, you're supposed to do that for me, John. You know, you're my friend and all. All right, here we go. Close. This is close range. 3 blues and a red. And I have nothing really special outside of that. So 4 hits.
4 hits?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, 4 hits.
Okay, I will spend a redirect to move 2 damage there, and then we're going to take the 2 damage from the rear and put it to the front.
Yep.
Does that make sense? So, Tranquility kicks in, then that goes to that.
Right. Okay. I have no more shots, John, but I can move, and I can adjust my speed if I so desire. And I think what I'm going to do is this funny little thing that effectively does the same thing here. I will ram at speed 2 for sure. So both of our ships ram. And I take ram damage, and then we go back to you.
We're going to go with this Pelta. That's Pelta number 1. Pelta number 1 is revealing a Navigate. Sadly, I can't do what I want to do. We're going to navigate ourselves a token with the officer. So we're taking that as a dial. And then we're going to parts resupply ourselves. Hold on. Yeah, selves, and we're going to get rid of the Confire token.
Okay.
So I don't have too many tokens. I have no shots. I have no abilities. So we're going to now drop to speed 1 and do this.
You got a raid token for nav, though.
I got rid of it with this. That's why I took it as a token.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I did it in my head when I took the token.
Yep. Just making sure the viewers at home know what we're doing, John.
Then it's you.
It is me. Let me check a range here real quick. Yes. Perfect. We're going to activate the ISD. ISD is going to show a Confire, and we're going to use that as the dial. And I think my first shot is going to be at the vendor. You know what? I'm going to do my first shot, at the vendor. So we are clearly at close range, so 4 reds and 4 blues. I think that's all I've got on here. Yes. So, started and roll this in. Pretty good to start. We are going to Intel Officer your brace. And then I'm going to spend the Confire dial. We are going to bring in the blue one. And I guess that's it. So that's what, 9 damage?
Yikes.
And XI7s.
Yep. We're going to discard the brace to bring it down to 5. We're going to salvo you, and we're going to contain it.
Okay.
So, obviously no tranquility there. So 4. 1 becomes just a standard hit.
Right.
And then I salvo you.
You do.
That's going to be 1 of each. Here we go. We leave it as such. Take 3.
3 damage. I don't think the 1 is going to help me out at all. Brace it to 2. You know, before I do that, do me a favor, John, and re-roll the blue one. Yeah, so didn't change anything. So brace it to 2, and we'll contain. So I'll take 2 damage, and then I get to make my second shot with gunnery team, and I'm going to be firing at the Pelta long range. So that's 4 reds, and then Romodi will wind up giving me an extra die. So I add that in a minute.
Cool.
Not as good, John. Here's the Romodi die. Wow. I got nothing.
I cancel that.
Yeah.
Then I spend this to use reactive gunnery on you.
Okay.
1 red dice, long range. Crit.
I'm gonna risk this one, John. The crit hit.
Is it structural?
It's structural damage.
Shouldn't have risked it.
Shouldn't have risked it. Yeah, well, you know. That's what I get when in my mind I think one way.
What's that bring you up to?
That's 5.
That's 5?
That's
oh,
5.
Perfect.
I don't know if it's perfect, John, but it's something. Alright, I am at speed 2. Yeah, so then I'll just move the 1.
And you take 2 more damage.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was what I was worried about. So I'm going to take those off the rear. I now have no shields whatsoever.
And you take another one.
Because I rammed you, yes.
My turn.
It is your turn.
You are out of range, which is disappointing. So we're gonna go with this Pelta. This Pelta is revealing a concentrate fire. We're going to take it as the token, and then we're gonna pass one to the vendor in front. That's why I was measuring to make sure I was in range. Doop. Doop. And then I get to move. Actually, hold on. This is why I have bail. Sorry, in my head. We're going to use a bail engineering dial. We're going to get rid of this with that. So then we're going to have 4 engineering. With that, we're going to pass 2 of the shields on this side to, oops, sorry, right there. And then we're going to regen 1 shield. Then we're going to move. And we're going speed 1. And we're going to land ourselves right there. I think that will do it for that turn.
Yeah, because you've already activated your squadron. So on to turn 3. Turn 3, we have 1 final raid going out, another engineering. I think it's only going to impact 1 of your ships.
It is.
Okay, so then John, you're player 1.
I am, and we have a lot going on and a lot to do. So before we actually begin, we're going to intensify again. Because I need as much damage as I can get. And then we're going to activate the flagship before I blow up so I can blow you up. We have another squadron. When we do that, we're going to spend that token out to get rid of the raid.
Okay.
And then we're going to bail myself a engineering dial.
So you're bailing yourself out of
I'm
bad
bailing
situations.
myself out. Exactly. So I have 4 points. And I'm actually going to put 2 shields on this side.
Makes sense.
Yikes. And then I have squadrons, so we're going to activate my 2 squadrons. They both should still be in range. Boom, and boom.
I was kind enough to put myself in range for you, John.
So we'll go with kickback first. Black dice into your front. Hit.
Hey, I re-roll it.
Hit.
Into my front, I guess I'm taking 1. So I don't really have much choice here, do I?
After he attacks, he gets to move 1. And then we get to do our normal move, which will move him
Just the other side.
over there. Okay, then Anakin's gonna go. And Anakin is a blue and a red at depth 2. I leave it.
PDIC the crit.
Crit. 2 and a crit.
Your Venator, does it have a side shot on me, or just the front?
I think it's just the front. And this is turn 3.
Yes.
Just the front.
Alright, I'm going to brace that to 1, spend the contain.
How much health do you have left?
I have 8 total damage, so that means 3.
3. So I need 5 total hits to appear on this.
Effectively, yes.
Okay. Front shot into you.
Anakin doesn't want to move?
Oh,
He's gonna stay where
Anakin
he's
does
at?
want to move. Sorry. He's going to just jump straight across and land in that little gap.
Yeah.
Boop. So there. Thank you.
Anakin's great.
Oh, I did my classic double?
You did the double.
Okay, so here we go. We got 3 reds, 3 blacks, Intensify, and Ordinance.
That one jumped out. You lose the die, right?
Pretty sure you're going to die, Ordinance experts. Flip it over, and have me reroll one of these.
Yeah, re-roll the red double, please. Okay.
Blank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exactly. So you
Yeah,
can brace it
so
and die.
even if I brace that, it goes to 3. Man, I have no salvo capability with this, so I guess I'm just going to take the 3, and you know what? Just for fun, John, I'm going to leave the crit. So the crit is disengaged fire control, so I can't declare certain attacks, but it doesn't matter because this guy has been destroyed. I've left you with a path, John.
You did. Not a good path.
No, but you have a path.
We're going to do this maneuver. Right to there. Still think you got me double arced, though.
I think I might. No.
Oh, perfect.
I believe, John, that I have I mean, the line goes into your rear, but I can't hit your rear. I don't have a shot.
Well, you have side to side.
Yeah, from the front I don't have a shot.
Well, you
but yeah.
could throw a red dice at this.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay, well, I guess, John, I'm going to go ahead and activate the interdictor. Interdictor shows an engineering, which,
Token?
well,
Or get rid
no,
of a card.
I'm going to get rid of the 1 damage card that I do have. And then I have 2 points that are going to go into the ether to do nothing. And then I'm going to make a shot into your side. So 3 blue and a red. Okay, we got a couple things here. What do I have that I can do that's evil? Really not much. So let's, you may not salvo back, and take 3.
I don't do anything. Use Tranquility to move 2 shields from there to this side to plunk.
Okay. And then I'm going to fire out my front, and I think I'm going to go after squadrons, John. I get single blues.
It's a black dice because you have flak.
Ah, that's right. Blacks are better than blues. All right,
so
let's
Anakin.
go after Anakin first for a nothing, and I...
Cool. Next guy.
And then kick back for 1. Now I gotta move. Speed 2. Think, though. Alright, I am going to spend the token to drop to speed 1. I will definitely overlap Anakin. But I think I stay out of your rear arc.
Okay, we're gonna go with number 1. Number 1 is revealing and engineering. We're going to get rid of this nonsense. And we're going to take 2 shields from this side, pass them to the rear here, and then regen 1. I think I have an attack. I don't know if I actually want to make it. I have 1 red I can throw at you. And I don't think it's worth getting hit with that. So we're gonna just jump on over to movement, and we're gonna do this. Still good. Okay, now we're gonna go over to this ship. It's revealing and engineering. What we're gonna do is we're going to discard it to get rid of all of this. So now I think I've successfully removed all the raid that you've given me.
Yes, it looks like.
Cool. That's really it. I don't even know if I have a shot. So no. So yeah, we'll Veil Dial and Veil Token to get rid of both then. Use all of them, so we're gonna do basically the same shenanigans. So we're going to boom, 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 get 1 back, and then pass over to here. And we're going to put 2 shields onto the front. Like so. And then we're going to jump up to speed 2.
And avoid the asteroid.
And avoid the asteroid. Landing us right there.
I believe that will end turn 3.
Okay, so this is theoretically start of turn 4. We're gonna call it because Ken doesn't have enough shots on me, and I'm gonna choose not to let him just reactive gunner me off the table. So Star Destroyer moves and just curls around and stays on the table over here. These guys follow it.
Interdictor's going to go right over the station, and you're moving your squadrons away.
The squadrons away. You don't. Oh, you also don't have enough turns to kill me.
No, I do not. So, yeah, game over. We'll get you the final score here in just a second. So we're done, and kind of went a little bit like we were expecting, but there was an opportunity for my fleet to actually do some serious damage on the Venator that one round with 9 hits
in one
brutal. Shot, and combined that with XI7s, and I thought, hey, maybe we can nail this sucker. I only needed 5 more hits internally on it.
Yeah, and then like Pelt to say, hey, here's all your shields back, which is kind of insane.
Yeah.
So from my perspective on that game, choosing surprise attack was the best option for me. I had lots, like with Bale and token generations with the ships, surprise, like raid was annoying and it kept me from doing better.
Yes.
But I could get around it. And then you basically, round one, getting hit by my ISD, like that early damage, hurt it in the long run.
It did, because I needed one more somewhere. And if I would have gotten that extra health, I would have been able to, well, I would have needed two, because you would have rammed me, and I would have killed me there. But if I had two more health somewhere in the mix, I would have been able to come in and make that extra shot. I think your Venator would have gone down, especially if I did another 8 or 9 point shot.
Yeah. Even if the Venator went down, I still would have won by like 30 points because of the difference between the flagships. Yeah. But the end score was 174 to 0 because we decided to call it because maneuvering and staying alive. So that's like an 8-3. So the number 1 seeded Bale fleet by Andrew B moves forward to the next round. Thank you very much for your submissions. Dublock, who's our Patreon member with the Romodi fleet, better luck next year.
So I think one thing you didn't mention was your maneuver with the Venator, where you wound up ramming the ISD and doing that odd little turn 1 double jank in the opposite direction kind of a thing. You got out of the front arc, and that you avoided 2 double arcs.
I did.
And I think if you didn't, you were worried about it, that you might...
If I landed, I was dead.
Yeah. So you didn't, and that's what magically kept you on the board, which avoided a bunch of shots, and I think that's why the Venator didn't, or the Venator did not die, and the ISD did. I also want to point out that when I was looking at this, I was having a really hard time making a decision between first and second. As we saw the way this game played, if I was first player with the exact same setup, I would have done a lot better. Unfortunately, you can't be first player and be controlling the objective.
Yeah, you would be playing my objectives.
And when we look at what you had, I think I had no
advanced gunnery, abandoned mining, and
infested
fields.
And infested fields would probably be the best choice for me because, I mean, let's be honest, advanced gunnery, one ship's being deleted a turn. And with an abandoned mining facility, those peltas are just going to gain tokens. And then we're playing Agricola instead of Star Wars Armada. However, I went second. I think this was probably the best shot this fleet really had. Taking surprise attack, in my mind, gave me that advantage just because I could prevent you from doing as well as you could with the raid tokens. So I think this was the best shot that I had here. But hey, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's because it's madness.
Okay, big shout out and thank you to all of our Patreon members and everyone that submitted lists. If you would like to check out our Patreon, there's a link down below.
Alright, so thanks again so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Ken.
I'm John.
And this is Madness.